Hello there everybody, Oymon here, and welcome back to Fallout London, where when we last left off, I was kind of running around, collecting up a bunch of the miscellaneous collectibles that you can find, specifically being the beer mats and the unusual call boxes. Oh, and the cute Thulus. We mustn't forget about the cute Thulus, because that was wild. But yeah, the beer mats were good because they give you lots of little perks and buffs and stuff, and the cute Thulus led in a direction I was not expecting. And I also wanted to gather up the unusual call boxes, or find them, because it's a reference to Doctor Who, a huge Doctor Who nerd. And I kind of just want to see where this is going, because when we did the cute Thulus, I thought, oh, it's just going to get me like a weapon or an arm or something like that. Which, again, I'm kind of thinking that's what we're going to get from the unusual call boxes. But I don't know, because the cute Thulus led to an entirely new area, which was a bit random, but hey-ho, is what it is. So we were about, I don't know, 60-ish% of the way through. Because, yeah, we were looking for the one at the British Museum, which is 10 of 16 on my list. Although apparently we only need 15. And I know some of them have already been found. Okay, so we've got to go to Battersea Dog's home. Where the hell was that? That's Battersea Power. There. And then, of course, once we found all of these things, we're going to have to make a choice about which faction we're going to side with. And I did a little looking up into that because I was curious. Oh, hello. Woo! Hold still. Yeah, I've got words I want to say about that, but we'll get to that later. Okay. So it says in the fenced-off area around back. Now, I don't know, remember there being a... I'm pretty sure I went in there at some point. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Someone's after us.
So I think... Oh, hello.
You know not who you tribal with. Don't let them follower. Da, da, da.
Thank you. I guess. Though it's a bit annoying when you do it because it means I don't get the experience points. Right, I need to work out how to get up there. It does say get up to the rail bridge. In the retrofitting center. Ooh, watch out for the... Alright, let's see what we can do. Ooh, why is it so ratty around here? I mean, that's fine, but this all looks very broken off. Maybe we can get down this way? Nailed it. Wom. Well, how about that? Yeah, see, there's no back door. I guess that was how we were supposed to get into this area? Which is a bit random. Maybe this gate's supposed to be openable. Oh well, doesn't matter. We can warp our way out. Okay. Stepney Apartments. I literally don't know where that is. It's gonna be a symbol that looks a bit like that, isn't it? That sort of stacked up building. Nelson Mandela House. A map this big, sometimes you really need a search function, don't you? It's like, where's this thing I'm looking for, please? It would be nice, but I don't think we're ever going to get something like that. Apartments. Where are you? Gotta be around here somewhere. Aha! Bound to find it eventually.
End of the line.
Careful now. Chameleon's leather right arm, indeed. Why are there so many people around here?
Just had to play hero, huh? Yeah.
I swear to God, the sights on this thing are not 100% accurate.
You barely worth it.
Give me a sec. Hit them. Thank you. Woo! Okay, where the bloody hell are we going? Stepney Apartments, which I think is it this one? Yes. We're gonna go east. Alleyway marked out by cones.
Huh?
Off of... You had 40%. Statistically, you should have hit one of them. Aha. Okay. West Croydon Station. Is Croydon an area? I don't think it is it? That's Camden. Croydon. That's Tottenham Court Station. Charing Cross Station. Monument, Liverpool. At least we know the symbol we're looking for. Canary Wharf, Greenwich, Canning Town, Thames Haven, Waterloo, Vauxhall, West Croydon. Here we go. Second floor of one of the adjacent buildings. That doesn't necessarily help. Work out where I've got to look for it, then I can work out how to get up to it. Oh. Neat. Alright. And then there were two. Camden, indeed. Okay, Camden.
Hey, I'm standing here, mate. Bit of respect, yeah? I'm not treading all over you, am I?
Okay, Camden in Camden Town Underground Station, which is I go walk. No point in loading at this distance. Interesting. Because we have been here. Oh yeah. Apparently it's down here. Thought I'd been in here.
Can't wait for today to be over. Knackered.
And a novice locked door in the tunnels. Sounds like someone's having fun. Oh, hello. Ah. Fun. Apparently it was there the whole time, and despite the fact I was looking here earlier, I managed to miss it. Well done, mate.
Someone help!
Had an absolute skinful last night. That box
What
is
happened?
in. It's tastier than I
I mean, they're panicking for a reason. What's the reason? Panicking over nothing, it would seem. Okay, Westminster. Great. Not bad. This should be the last one. Okay, Wellington Arch. I know I've seen it, I just don't remember where. Here we go. Okay. Well, it is novice locked, but it's white labeled, so we're fine.
It must be horrible to live in places without luxury.
For fuck's sake. Maybe not that one. Ooh, final signal revealing a set of coordinates. Ooh, yay.
People have a negative attitude. That's what's stopping them.
Oh, okay. Where? I mean, presumably, yeah, it's obviously going to be out in London somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know where. I specifically didn't look this part up. So I don't know what we're going to get. I don't know where we're going, but we're going. And we are going... Ooh. So the bridge. Fair enough. It might actually be in the water, which would not be fun, considering we can't really go in the water. Oh. Okay, you were not there before. I'm fairly certain I would have noticed. Oh. The Dar deck. Sure. Ooh. Standard capacitor, laser barrel, no sights. Well, how fancy. Damage 103. That's not terrible. But I'm willing to bet I don't have a lot of ammo for it. No, in fact, the Cell T round is the best I got. Still, 103. It's still much less than my 277 on that. It's not bad. I guess that's it. Yeah. I like how that one's actually labeled the TARDIS. Looking a bit worse for wear in that. Oh, and then it went. Fair enough. Wish I'd been staring at that so I could watch it disappear. But hey ho, there we go. So I guess that's what you get. Oh yeah, that place has always got trouble. Bunch of Tommies right next to a place where a bunch of hooligans spawn in. I'll pass. Okay. Well, we've put it off long enough. And boy howdy have I put it off long enough. But unfortunately, the time has come to make a decision about which faction I'm joining. And you might want to buckle up. I've got a bit of a rant I'm going to have to go on, I'm afraid. Sorry to say. But I don't think this is very good design, what I'm about to describe to you. You see, we played through Acts 1, 2, and 3 of... Well, we played through Acts 1 and 2. We're in Act 3 now of this game. And it's fine. Like, Act 1 kind of ends where... I mean, Act 1 sort of fades off when you get yourself cured in that big underground bunker. And there's that big timer where you've got to face down some really strong mutants. And that's kind of where Act 1 comes to a close. Because you sort of... You corner Smythe, but she gets away. And then you get cured of your problem, and then suddenly you can access Westminster. And it's kind of like that's clearly supposed to be the end of Act 1. And Act 2 then kicks off with you being able to go into Westminster. And then you have to do all of the quest line to get into like Westminster Abbey and all that stuff. With the petition and everything like that, where you run around and meet a bunch of the minor factions of London. I think that's well set up. It's well set up. It's well phrased. I think it's actually pretty well paced as well. Bearing in mind, of course, that, odds are you'll not have been to many of those locations. So I got no problems with Act 1 and Act 2 of this game. But obviously, when you try to assassinate Smythe, and it goes badly wrong, and they just use it as an excuse to tighten the noose on the town, that's when Act 3 kicks off. Because right before all that goes down, you suddenly, out of nowhere, get introduced to 2 of the 3 big factions that this game has. Being, what are they called? Hang on, we've got the... Yeah, you got the Camelot Knights, and you've got the 5th Column. And those are the other 2 groups you get told about literally right before you get the offer to join them. And then, of course, Angel is siding with the group that's been trying to kill you the whole time. Which I'm like, yeah, okay. I mean, you can side with what essentially amounts to the bad guys. Caesar's Legion in Fallout New Vegas, the Institute in Fallout 4. That's fine. I have no problem with these being your three groups, because the way I kind of see it, I guess, is like, this is all about maintain the status quo, keep the Angel organization and the Gentries in charge of London, and all this, that, the other. You've got the Camelot ones. Because the Camelot and the fifth column have literally only just been introduced, I'm not 100% sure what they are. But from what I could understand, from what I could glean, the fifth column, I don't necessarily want to say they're communists, but they're a bit more for the people, maybe? Or maybe they're just the opposition, as opposed to, like, if you imagine that Angel is the group that's currently in charge, you then got the group that, like, opposes them politically. That could be the fifth column. As I said, I'm not sure. And then you've got Camelot, who maybe are like the group that represents the people. Again, I don't know. And here's the problem. You can't know before you join them. Like, in Fallout New Vegas, the entire first act of the game is you running from one arse end of the Mojave to the other, learning about the factions, you know? You learn about the NCR, you learn about Caesar's Legion, you learn about a bunch of the minor factions. And the NCR and the Legion are, of course, the two major factions. You also then get given the Yes Man option right before you can make the choice. And, of course, Mr. House is the one that's sort of puppeteering your trek across the Mojave. So it's kind of like he's got a hand in you there. So that all makes sense. Like, you're presented with these four options. And although Yes Man is quite close to the end, it's understandable why. It's like, oh, I never thought that I could do that before, you know? So it kind of makes sense from that regard. So there's that. Excuse me. And even in Fallout 4, like, Fallout 4 story is probably its weakest element. I will agree with that. But even in Fallout 4, you still get to spend a lot of time with the Brotherhood, with the Minutemen, with the Railroad, before you go down into the Institute and kick off what essentially amounts to the third act of the game. Now, you don't spend as much time with the Institute because they're introduced so later, but you still get a feel for them because they're in the world. You're hearing about them. But with these groups, Camelot and the fifth column, okay, you can, like, find them, but you can't interact with them in any way. They're just sort of there. And, like, the Angel group, okay, they're the group who's trying to kill you, and now suddenly we can turn around and join them, which doesn't really make much sense. In and of itself, okay, it's not great, though, but the problem, and I looked this up because I wanted to check, if you go and talk to one of these groups, you just join them. You don't get to spend a couple of quests making your mind up. You have to essentially join these factions completely blind. That's bad. Like, that is really bad design. Even at its worst, Fallout would always try to introduce you to a faction before you can sign up for them. Even in the games that don't have factions. Like, take Fallout 1, which is a game that essentially is very linear. Fallout 1 doesn't have much in the way of choice. There is a choice you can make towards the end of the game where you switch sides and join the Master and his plan. But that's seen as a game over. Like, that's not canon, you know? Even in like a Fallout sort of sense about what is or isn't canon sort of thing. Like, even in Fallout 1, you still know what the Master is and what his plan is before you can make that choice to join him. But in this game, they just haven't done that. And I get it. I'm fully aware it's a fan project. You can't expect the same levels as, you know, other ones. But if you're not going to give us time to know the factions before you're allowed to join them, well, I may as well just roll a fucking dice and see what number comes up. Like, you want a faction system? Fine, let us know the factions first. From what I understand, you can essentially walk up to the person these quest markers are pointing you at, ask them some questions, and then either agree or disagree to join. Once you agree to join, that's it, you're locked in. You have no other options. You can't, like, do a few quests, get a feel for them, all the factions before you make a decision. Which, again, even Fallout 4, for all its problems, lets you do. And I'm like, if you didn't... Like, why not just give us a linear storyline? Like, Acts 1 and Acts 2 have been completely linear. You don't suddenly need to introduce factions in the third act just because New Vegas did it. Because New Vegas did it better. New Vegas always does it better because New Vegas was really good. And it frustrates me because honestly, if these guys had just stuck with doing a linear storyline, you know, where it just like, I don't know how they do it. Maybe you just have to like pick, maybe like the Camelot Knights would be the other one. They could be like your Brotherhood of Steel for this game. And like, you just have to fight against the Angel organization to, you know, bring power to the people or something like that. I don't know. So here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to tag all three of those. Then I'm going to make a save. Consider that my master save. So I'm going to go and talk to these people. Hopefully, I can indeed back off after I've had a word with these guys. Maybe we can get a hint. Like, I don't know, maybe the way it was described online was like not a very good description of it. I don't know. I do have a group I'm thinking I'm going to join just based on what little I could glean online. Because I tried to look this stuff up without much in the way of spoilers because I don't want to spoil the game for myself. But yeah, it is frustrating that they went the faction route for no reason other than just because they wanted to copy New Vegas. Do you remember I said this when the game very first started, all those fucking weeks, like this was last fucking year, let's be honest here. And I said I was worried about where the game was going because the opening like monologue, you know, before the game actually started playing, just almost word for word copied New Vegas. And honestly, I thought, oh, they were just emulating that in the intro, but the game itself isn't going to be like that because Acts 1 and 2, totally linear. No, I guess I was right to be worried. Like, you can't just say, oh, suddenly factions. Like, I'm sorry, it really irks me that we're so desperate to recapture the joy that was New Vegas, that people are scared to try new things. And I've said before, I am genuinely terrified that it's going to lead to the death of the Fallout franchise because we can't let it go. Like, that was literally the tagline of the first DLC for New Vegas. You have to learn to let things go, guys. Come on. Anyway, let's have a conversation and see what we can do. McFadden.
Your timing's impeccable, comrade. A number of recruitment training slots have just opened up.
Okay, yeah, tell me about recruitment training.
You'll learn all that's required to brave the wastes. Not simply weapon-based combat, but also provisioning and espionage. At the end of training, you'll be assigned into an advisory branch. Oh, and of course, you'll be paid for your time.
Okay. What are the administration branches?
Each branch is led by one of Eve's advisors and runs different initiatives. There are 5 main branches: administration, offense, defense, tech, and domestics. You'll be assigned to a rank and branch respective of your talents.
Okay, and who are you, I guess?
Me? Name's McFadden. My job is to sit here and, well, recruit people.
I like how you don't actually have the option to back off. This is the only way you can back out of the conversation. I'm like... Do you see what I mean? Like, that's bad. And, like, it didn't even tell me anything. It doesn't tell me who are the 5th column. What do they represent? What are their viewpoints for London? Like, I am sure we'll find this out after we've joined them. But once we've joined them, we cannot switch sides. I'm sorry. I don't want to just complain about it. I don't like complaining about games, believe it or not. I'm good at it. I know I'm good at it because I'm British. Of course I'm fucking good at it. But it, what? Enemies? What?
Stop them! Shoot them! Kill them fucking dead!
Huh. Freezing. Ooh. Musket pistol, huh? That's quite powerful, actually.
Any good stuff?
Nice of you to help out, by the way. Can I glean anything more from you? Ah, you're outside. That's a bit of a problem. I guess we're gonna have to. Yeah, okay, because I've got it marked on my map. Because I snuck in there at one point. I could probably jump over the fence, but I think we'll be okay doing it like this. Oh, hello. Sorry, that was kind of funny. Okay, have you got anything for me?
Hail, fellow. My respects to you. Your exploits are known here. Have you come to join us?
Who are you?
I'm Lancelot, head of security here at Camelot. Stop by the tavern sometime. You can buy me a drink.
Yeah, what do you know of my exploits?
Westminster's usually closed to us commoners. Parliament even more so. But you got those signatures and beat the gentry at their own game. All within their sodding laws. In a fair world, they'd let you in. Instead, they chucked you in the nick. Typical, innit? When you escaped, it's only natural fate led you here.
I was just traveling. May I enter?
Of course, we've all the amenities. Just stay clear of the keep if you want to keep your head. And speak to Arthur before you go. He has a way with words. Might just be that you stick around.
Ooh. Oh, I hope I didn't just... Hang on. It hasn't kicked me out of the other two.
Hail, fellow.
What else you got? Yeah, what is this place, I'm assuming?
This land is Albion. You stand before Camelot, the last stronghold against gentry tyranny.
And the fifth column?
The fifth column. They won't destroy what the gentry stands for, only replace them.
You see, I've just learned more about the fifth column from one of the other groups. Okay. Well, it hasn't punted me off the other two yet. Because here's the kicker, right? Of the three, I'm leaning towards these guys. Just because I think it's funny. The fucking knights and Camelot and Arthur and all that malarkey. I just find it hilarious. So I'm kind of leaning towards these guys, if for no other reason that I just think probably cooler. Because, I mean, if what he said is true about the fifth column, where the fifth column don't want to get rid of the gentry, just replace them, then maybe these guys are like for everyone. Maybe. Or maybe it's a thing if it doesn't really matter which one you pick, they're all as bad as each other. Which, I mean, also wouldn't surprise me, really, when you think about it. Yeah, it's amazing that works when there's, like... Can you actually walk underneath that? I bet you if I was to get, like, no clip, and fly up there, it would be a physical object. Yeah, it's a physical object in the sky. That's funny. Like, I get it. Like, I know why it's a physical object in the sky, because that's just how the engine works. It never fails to raise a smile on that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, of the groups we know about, these are the ones I'm leaning towards, just because, as I say, I think it would be funny. I don't know. Oh no, not in there.
Patience is key, for the quest continues.
Well, okay then. Apparently he's over here somewhere.
Stop this madness at once! Is there not a grain of sense between you?
If the old man wants to fight, let him.
By all means, fight. Such is the custom of Dueler's Ditch, but not to the death. Do not spill the blood of your compatriots.
Compatriots? Do compatriots break honest agreements out of spite? Do they lie and cheat? The Baileys are nothing but crooks.
My family followed that ridiculous agreement to the letter.
This matter was resolved. The Round Table decreed half the forest to be preserved. What happened?
Charred, burned to the ground.
And was this your family's doing, Thomas?
Of course not. The old man's deranged. What good is a charred forest to us? We're carpenters.
The Radstags have fled for the hills. The land is useless to us now. Your half-wit of a father thought we'd sell it to you.
Don't speak about my father. You have no idea.
One of you, John, call this off. No one will think any less of you.
They've gone too far this time, Arthur.
Thomas?
I need to defend my family's honor. I won't take these accusations sitting down.
Very well. Commence.
Don't spill blood, he says, and they're using swords. Hey. What we got? A little bit of health. Ooh, Thomas is not looking good there. Get the feeling Thomas is going to lose this because he doesn't have as much defense as the other guy. Ooh.
Wait.
Is he dead?
Will you not cheer the victor?
He was a young man, John. This feud has gone on too
Strip
long.
on there.
I shall send someone to investigate the matter. It will be resolved.
He agreed. Such is our way.
Interesting. Well, hello, Arthur.
Some will judge me for what has happened here today. They'll claim that because I could have stopped it, I should have. What do you think?
Okay. When saving lives, you should have stopped it. Why didn't you? They both agreed to the duel, and they knew the stakes. They should have the freedom to make the choice. I mean, true, they did agree, but you said don't draw blood, don't kill, and then they betrayed that. And saving a life, you should have stopped it. I'm getting the feeling that
you're not taking this seriously.
Shut up, I'm thinking.
I have only the authority my people have given me. They trust in the end, when Westminster falls, that democracy will take its place. Everything I do must be towards that goal. Any unnecessary use of power will break their trust, and trust is keeping this movement together, not strength. Anyway, don't get the wrong idea. Our tourney grounds across the field are oft used for friendly bouts. Speak to Galahad if you're interested.
Not really.
Is there something you wish to discuss?
I have questions about Camelot.
Direct them to Percival. He enjoys bombarding newcomers with the riveting tales of Camelot and our history, as if it was already enshrined in legend. Anything else?
Just traveling through. That's
By all
interesting.
means.
Huh, maybe... Percival. Where's Percival? Thing is, he said direct questions to Percival, but there is no Percival. It's like, well, I mean, there probably is. Where is he? Could you tag him, please? Because it would kind of be important to know more about the faction I'm about to join.
Ever vigilant?
Is it so wrong to want to learn more about the people I'm about to sign up with? This game seems to think so. Where would a Percival be? And, you know, maybe there are people you can talk to get more of an idea, but... Because Lancelot was the guy at the gate. Where would a Percival be? Be around somewhere, but God only knows where.
London is the place for me.
Nope, they look important, but they're not. Genghis, Gaia. Oh, Lancelot. Well, apparently we're supposed to ask Percival for more questions, but there's no quest marker for him, so he could literally be anywhere. That doesn't help. Could be one of the other entrances, maybe.
Patience is key. The quest continues.
Nope, don't see any sign of him. Couldn't imagine sitting on a horse that looked like that. Even if passively. Nope. Like, if he was literally here with Arthur, then that would make sense, but he's not. He's nowhere. I mean, hell, he could even be inside the building I'm not allowed to enter. For fuck's sake. See, this is my point about rough design. Like, okay, they gave me the option, hey, you can learn more about us, talk to this guy, but they don't mark him. They don't say, oh yeah, here's the guy you can talk to for more information. It's just like, nope. Tough. Find him yourself. And then they give you an area with hundreds of people wandering around in. It's like, good luck. Because that's supposed to be good design, apparently. Squires.
Ever vigilant.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to have to sign up and cross your fingers and toes it doesn't blow up in my face.
Is there something you wish to discuss?
Let me join, I guess.
Good. You could be the missing piece. I'm relieved Lancelot sent you to me. Merlin would have you running the beep test.
What?
Our contact in Westminster told us of your story. You are no doubt someone who can perform beyond rank and file duties. I had some things I wanted to ask you if we ever crossed paths, but now isn't the time. There's a more pressing matter at hand. This feud between the Fletchers and the Baileys. It started as bickering, but now there's blood involved. I fear it will escalate further until one of them is driven from the land. This is not what anyone wants. To lose either family is to lose the food on our tables or the tables themselves. Hunters and woodcutters are the basis of any decent civilization. On top of that, if we're ever going to finish Merlin's trebuchet, we need supplies and aid from both families. So, I need a trustworthy outsider to investigate. In short, I need you. Consider it your initiation.
What do you think of this land dispute?
Well, to be entirely truthful, I think it's unnecessary. The Baileys easily could have expanded their yard in a different direction, or made do with what they had. Same for the Fletchers. That land may have been their most bountiful, but they have acres of Camelot territory to hunt in. I suspect pride is mixed up in this somewhere, on both sides.
What exactly did you want me to investigate?
Once upon a time, the two families were friendly. They're neighbours. The Baileys even helped the Fletchers build their treehouse. It's an impressive structure, I must say. The conflict stems from a piece of disputed land. The Baileys kept expanding their lumber yard into the Fletchers' hunting grounds. When the Fletchers appealed to the Round Table for judgment, none had a superior claim. So we split the land in half. They both felt robbed, but the matter was resolved. For a time. That was until the fire. A section of the land caught aflame during the night. It was mostly on the Fletcher's side, but the Baileys weren't unscathed. They both accuse each other of starting it. If either claim is truthful, then sanctions would have to be handed out. I need you to get to the truth of the matter, and I want some evidence.
Guess we get to play detective. Any ideas on the start of the fire?
I have no reason to suspect either family. They both accuse each other of the same crime, and I don't wish to inflict bias on your judgment.
Fair. And you want an outsider to investigate, huh?
I would trust any of my men to carry out the investigation impartially, but they wouldn't. The decision on their land dispute, for example. It was a 50-50 compromise, yet both perceive it as a loss induced by bias. With an outsider carrying out the investigation, they might accept the Round Table's decision.
Interesting. Yeah, missing piece?
Us. Camelot. Pieces are falling into place, and the gentry are on their way out.
Fair enough. Yeah, you had a question for me?
They're not urgent. You can focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, guess I'll get started.
Good. Start by questioning the leaders, Edward Fletcher and Harold Bailey. Get both sides of the story. Then investigate the scene of the fire. See what you can find. Lancelot ordered patrols to keep an eye on the area and warned everyone to stay clear, so nothing should be tampered with. Once you've brought evidence of the truth, I can bring you into the fold. For now, I'll let Lancelot know you can come and go to the castle as you please. Good luck.
Need me to get you
Interesting.
to go with your new hobby?
Okay, so we've got that then, huh? The angel one didn't cross off. That's a surprise. But we did do the back to black one failed. Told you. I'm surprised that one didn't. I was told it would, but maybe that'll go off once we actually complete this one. So where are we going? You know, I'm fairly certain I've been to the Great Oak Tree House. I remember it. Because I think I commented at the time, there's a bunch of people here, they're all dressed up like Robin Hood. but there was no way to interact with any of them. I do think that's kind of one of those things where, you know, if it was like a big proper dev team, like you'd have these people here for this quest, but you'd be able to do something with them regardless. And I get that that's like one of the shortcomings of, you know, smaller dev team. Like, I'm not going to criticize them too much for that. It's a little annoying, but it's not bad.
How'd you do?
Yeah, I've been sent to investigate the forest fire.
Then what are you doing here? It's the Baileys you should be questioning.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Damien. I'm a hunter by trade. My dad and my uncle taught me everything I know. I also help my mum out with her work while Dad's busy with his nightly duties.
Alright, fair enough.
Goodbye.
What's up? I see. Be careful out there. The Baileys are loose cannons.
Tell me
I'm
about
a
yourself.
seamstress. Have been all my life. I make gambesons and the like for the Camelot army.
Where'd you get the scar?
Take care.
Why didn't God give Radstags 2 bodies instead of 2 heads? That's the bit we don't eat.
Fair. Maybe you're not supposed to eat them all. Good point. I have questions.
Sure, go for it.
Yeah, I'm here to investigate that forest fire.
I bet it was the Baileys. They most likely discovered fire for the first time in their lineage and got carried away. I'm Mary, Camelot's greatest huntress. I've perfected the art. My cousin Damien's pretty good, I don't doubt it. But I'm the best there is.
Fair enough.
Don't be a stranger.
Spoke to you. Spoke to you. Spoke to you. Anyone else? Nope, don't look like it. Looks like you're the one I officially need to speak to. Although, looking at the time, we're going to have to wait because it's 4 o'clock. Okay, so we've essentially picked a side based on nothing but vibes, really. Yeah, I hated going on that little rant, but it just, sometimes some things need to be said. And I don't want to be too harsh because I know this is a fan project, you know, it's a small team working on it in their spare time. And honestly, if that's my biggest complaint with the game, which it kind of is, there's a few other things I could moan about, but generally speaking, I think how they've handled the main plot, at least at this section, it was bad. Like other things, some things it's like a matter of taste, other things like, okay, they could have done that better. Like that bit was it's just annoying. But hey, we've made a decision, we're on a side, let's hope this quest line goes okay, and we'll see where we go from there. But yeah, time for a break, back in a minute guys. And we are back. Alright, let's see what you got to say for yourself. Hello! Yes I do. I've been sent to investigate the forest fire.
It's about time. There's been too much confusion around this fire. It must be stamped out.
So who do you think started it?
Harold Bailey himself, I suspect. Or maybe his father. I doubt he would have gotten any of his boys to do it.
Interesting. How do you... Well, yeah, I mean, I think we know why, but...
Who else would do it? If you have any evidence to the contrary, then fair enough. I'll put a sock in it. But I don't know anyone else with a motive.
And your general thoughts on the Baileys?
Well, I'm certainly not shy about making their involvement in the fire known. I think they're good people at heart. They're just stubborn. They know that land is ours. We moved into the area and claimed it weeks before they even arrived. And they think just because they helped build this place that we owed them. They received banquets of food in return. More than fair. This was the early days of Camelot, nearly 8 years ago. They could have starved without our generosity.
What were you doing the night of the fire?
I was preparing dinner for my family. I'll do terrific venison stew. Here, have a can.
Oh, thanks. Alright.
Very well.
Yeah, why'd those two have a duel?
I'm not sure. I'll be honest, what my brother did was regrettable. John and the boy weren't part of this feud, or at least they shouldn't have been. Being knights of Camelot, they live, or lived, at the castle. Seems they had a feud of their own after the fire, a microcosm of conflict. It's unfortunate it escalated. I almost lost my Mary last year to illness. I can't imagine the pain Harold must be going through. Whatever he did, no one deserves that. I'm Edward Fletcher, hunter by trade. Me and my family packed up shop and came to Albion 7 years ago, from Brumley. Back there, we had to fend for ourselves. But here, we're protected. We can hunt in peace. It's a good living, and we're good at it. Me and my brother come from a long line of huntsmen. Our father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all stalked the wastes. And I hope my descendants will do the same. Mary, my oldest, continues the tradition. Sarah, my youngest, can't stand it. Says it's cruel. Each to their own, I guess.
Interesting. Need any help?
Wouldn't say we need help. But if you ever fancy picking up a spear, I'd pay you well for any game you bring us.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Later.
Okay. So other than a basic idea of accusation, no real way to know what may or may not have happened. So is this supposed to be the fire? Like, this selection of 3 fucking trees, that's the fire, is it? Fair enough, I suppose. Dock leaves. Okay. Ooh. You're hobbling. You're right.
He had an accident, that's all. A tree fell on me. Hazard of the trade.
Did it now?
Yeah? Good. Not sure who done it myself. All I know is that my brother shouldn't have died over some poxy forest.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Are you? You round table lot could have stopped it. But you didn't. You just stood and watched it happen.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Ryan Bailey. Not much to say, really. I don't get up to much. I work hard and I keep my head down.
Okay.
Bye.
So, Ryan, guy with a limp. Could be suspicious. Maybe. Maybe.
Greetings.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Frank Bailey, Harold's old man. My working days are behind me, so I mainly handle logistics. Keeps my noggin busy.
Fair enough.
I saw 2 people out there that night, shortly before the fire. Didn't get a good look at them, though. My eyes aren't what they once were.
Interesting.
See ya.
Is this going to be a lover's tiff situation? Are we doing Romeo and Juliet? I mean, wouldn't surprise me. It's common. Hello.
Sorry, can't talk right now.
Suit yourself.
Hello there.
Well, hello. Sorry for your loss.
I didn't lose my son. He was taken from me. That whoreson, John Fletcher, murdered him. He can call it a duel all he wants. Fletcher knew my son wouldn't refuse. Thomas would have done anything to defend our family. Worst of all, Fletcher knew he'd win. He's a trained killer since birth. It was murder. Murder hiding behind the notion of honor. John Fletcher is a bitter old man to rob my son of the rest of his life. Someone with a good sword hand should give him what for. I should try myself. I want to tear his guts out with my bare hands. But all I can do is swing this axe. And my sons already lost their brother.
Okay, tell me about yourself.
I'm Harold Bailey. We were a family of merchants before we came to Albion. We wanted to settle down here, so we picked up a trade. At first, we were just woodcutters, but soon enough we started building our own furniture, and then other people's furniture, and then houses and everything in between. We finally feel like we belong somewhere. I hope the rest of London will see what's happening here and accept Camelot as the way forward.
Need any help?
We have too many workers for the little land we have, but we'll buy any wood you can spare. Give you a good price for it too.
Okay. Yes, so round table investigation and all that.
Good. The truth about this fire will prove our innocence.
Who do you think started it?
The Fletchers. I don't have any evidence, but I know it was them. That may not be good enough for the round table, but it's good enough for me. They're criminals.
Your thoughts on the Fletchers?
They were nice enough at first. We even helped build that treehouse of theirs, but they quickly revealed their true colors. That land is rightfully ours. It's on our side of the walkway. Stopping our field at some arbitrary line is ridiculous. They have the entire woods to hunt in. Do you know how much additional manpower it takes to haul wood long distance? I used to think they were just stubborn. Now I know it's something more malicious. After what they did to my son, I'll never forgive them.
And what were you doing the night of the fire?
Listening to the radio. I always tune into Nigel's show in the evenings. I'd almost drifted off in my chair when the smoke got me up. I thought the whole forest was going to burn down. We managed to stop the spread with the water from the pond.
You know he's accusing you, right?
Of course he does. Look, I know this fire doesn't look good for us. It mostly being their land. But I promise you, it wasn't us. The Fletchers are conniving. They know if we ever did something like that, we'd face sanctions. Most likely, they'd get their half of the land back.
Interesting.
No worries. See you around.
Interesting. Okay. So now we can apparently investigate the burn area, because yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Alright. Do we have to notice anything in particular? I guess that's markings for, hey, cut this tree down or something. No, it's Kira. Not exactly sure what I'm looking for. It's got an area, but I don't see anything that specifically stands out. A rad stag, but that's about it. It's still telling me to investigate the scene. Is there anything up in a tree? People don't look up, I find. This is where the fire spread over to the Bailey's land.
Where shall the winds take us today?
Huh. So it was started here. The tree fell over into their land. That's interesting. That is very interesting, actually. Where the fire started, not to indicate how it happened. Is this a perception thing? Like, if I'd have boosted my perception, would I be able to check better or something? Kind of wish the areas of interactability were a bit bigger. Not exactly a large area, is it? Why is there just a tiny little room over here? Partially shattered lantern, could this be the cause of the fire? Oh. John Fletcher, I have a cunning plan to get one over on the Baileys. At night, start a fire in the forest. They can't expand their lumberyard then. Your brother, Edward Fletcher. Really?
Hey, let me see that. Cool.
Sorry, did that say check the letter's authenticity? How the hell would I do that? If you're wondering how I clocked that, I just sort of looked, thought, oh, that's a strange building out in the middle of nowhere. I wonder if that's important. It was. That is interesting. Here's the thing, though. Why would it be broken? Antler. Could have broken off during the commotion of the fire. I really wish I knew what more I was looking for. Because it's obvious that not everything is specifically here. That's interesting. It seems like there's a sort of smear on the floor here, but wait. There's like a blood trail. I'm following it backwards right now. A medical kit must have been a person that was injured. Find the person that was injured. What did that letter say? Hang on. See, you've really got to pay fucking attention. What was the name of the letter? Ugh, things are so hard to find. Why couldn't you have had the keyring like you did in Fallout 3? Incriminating letter. Your brother Edward. From Edward to John. You're Ryan. Edward. You're Harold. Where's Edward? Frank.
Greetings. See ya.
There's always something new to find round each corner.
Shush.
Hello there. Go on.
No, okay. Okay. See, here's the kicker, and the reason why I don't think that is real. Why would you put your last name? You wouldn't have to put your full name on a letter from one family member to another. That's not how it works.
Can I help you?
Why are you limping around like that?
He had an accident, that's all. A tree fell on me. Hazard of the trade.
So I don't have enough charisma or perception. Hang on. Can I get it? I need 2 points of either. Yes, I can.
Can I help you?
Mm-hmm.
He had an accident.
Yeah, something sharp, not something as blunt as a tree.
Oh shit. It's not what it looks like. At least, it didn't happen the way you think. Please, just let me explain. It was an accident. Me and Timmy were sneaking off to the tavern that night. We wanted to surprise Thomas. One of those bleeding radstags came out of nowhere and rammed right into my leg. I didn't even notice I dropped the lantern. We ran off, and Timothy went to get me some bandages. By the time he came back, the fire started.
Interesting. Does anyone else in your family know about this?
No. I think my mum suspects, but she doesn't know. My dad wouldn't believe it even if he saw it.
And why did you try to frame someone else?
I don't know. I told him not to. We knew this fire would be bad for the family, me especially. I guess he wanted to protect me. Probably afraid of losing another brother. Please, tell Arthur the whole truth. Make him understand.
It does sound like an accident. Like, you know, spooked by a red stag, dropped a lantern by accident. Like, it doesn't sound like it was arson, it sounds like an accident. Hello.
Greetings. Thank you. That means a lot. Most people want to forget what happened, like it's an inconvenience.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Susan. I grew up in a small tribe outside of London. I met Frank when he was a wandering trader. He came through the town with his father. I decided to go with him and never looked back. We eventually settled down here to raise our family properly. The road is no place for children.
Yeah, fair enough.
The Round Table sure took their time to send someone, but that's not a slight on you, dear.
No, okay, fair enough.
Bye.
I don't know if there's anyone else kicking around. Don't think so. So, yeah, it really does seem like just a bad accident. Oh, you're a caravan guard. Regimental?
Might I interest you in the acquisition of firearms?
Huh. What have you got?
And remember, the more you buy, the more I can buy for you to buy in the future. Think of it like an investment.
Okay, you have stuff. You have a lot of stuff. Interesting. Well, thanks anyway. Okay. Well, it seems as though we've discovered what actually happened to a point. Caravan guard. I feel like there's a couple of people we could have spoken to.
Need something?
I think let's not go showing off that letter. Let's just leave it to it, shall we? Okay, well, we have our answer at least. Yeah, you've really got to be paying attention to this shit. I am glad I found that, actually. That's pretty good, because my instinct was telling me that not all the answers were going to be in that one spot. Even though that was like what the quest marker was saying. I was like, okay, I should look around the wider area as well. Yeah, but I mean, the story does check out in terms of, like, you know, what to expect. Oh, we still can't go in there yet. That's nice. That means I gotta go around every time I want to talk to Arthur because he's still stuck over the other side of the bloody place. So work out the best way around now. I guess this is where you like to hang out, huh? Okay, let's hope we can do this right. Yep, I think I know.
Go on.
Hang on. Which group was it? It was the Baileys, wasn't it?
As I unfortunately suspected. The evidence?
It was Ryan Bailey. He had an injury consistent with one sustained by Ryan told the Bailey. Ryan confessed, but it was just an accident. No one else knows it was them.
I was so sure this was about the land. I didn't think Harold and Edward could both be wrong. What exactly happened?
They were sneaking off to the tower and a rat rammed into Ryan's leg, and he dropped a lantern.
Those poor boys. The guilt they must be feeling over their brother. Terrible. I'll have a talk with them. Consider the matter dealt with. I know Edward Fletcher. He's not one to demand sanctions over the mistakes of two boys. And Harold? Well, I'll talk with him too. I asked for the truth and you gave it to me. Now I must act on it. I shall be glad to settle this dispute amicably. Thank you. You've done well and proven yourself worthy of Camelot. From this day forth, this land is your land. You shall defend it as your own. I bestow upon you the rank of sergeant. May you serve it well. Now, I had questions if we ever cross paths. Questions about our new head of the civil service, Smythe. Guinevere, our agent in Westminster, has been looking into them for years, but they remain elusive. Who are they?
Leader of an underground organization known as Angel. She controls the gentry from behind the scenes, using an army of cloned soldiers and scientists.
I see. That's some alarming intel. How did you come by it?
Do you want the full one? Woke up in one of the Angel labs with no memory who I was. When I escaped, I followed the trail.
Rough. I imagine that trail led you to Westminster. But who let you in? Few have the privilege to come and go.
I think it was Smythe herself. Yeah, she said something about meeting in Westminster face to face.
Curious. I assume that meeting never happened, judging by your prompt incarceration. After you escaped, Tristan and Iseult met you at the tournament. It seems you were more than just an observer. They said you were looking for explosives, so I must assume you were behind the explosion. Why exactly?
Yeah. Man who was betrayed told me Smythe would be there, claimed to be an Angel dissident. It was his idea to blow it up.
So you wanted to kill Smythe, but ended up causing the tragedy that gave them more power. I'd wager Mr. X was more fond of Smythe than he let on. But that's in the past. No point dwelling on it. I expect this Smythe character will take a role in things to come. We must be ready to face all the gentry can throw at us. They're with Smythe now. That gets me onto your next assignment. I want to strike a blow against the Tommies, but I don't want to take military action. At least not yet. Percival is looking into something that you can help with. Speak to him. Good luck, Sergeant.
Oh, good. We can finally go talk to Percival. See? Okay. He's inside. Now, I will freely admit, it is nighttime. Okay? It is nighttime. Maybe he's just in bed right now. I'm going to find a quick seat. And I am going to sit down and I will wait until daytime. I want to see where Percival goes. Okay? That should do it. Okay. Now. Is Percival still inside? He is. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Arthur very specifically said, talk to Percival if you want more information. Percival is inside a building you're not allowed to enter. What the fuck, game? What is this? Okay. I wondered if that was going to be a thing. I was running around, I couldn't see the guy, and I said, didn't I? I said, I bet he's probably in that building. And, yep. Oh. Yep. Yep. Okay, yep. Ooh. He thinks he's up there. Whoa. Whoa. Please tell me I can get something like that. Oh, Merlin. Ah. Cool, Merlin. Interesting. Sweet. As far as I know, you don't get anything for those. They are literally just a collectible. Hello. So, you never leave this spot, do you?
Ah, there you are. Arthur told me of your arrival. I'd stand up to greet you, but I'm too busy with my work, as you can see. I am Percival, head of communications at Camelot. This is my personal office. Quite beautiful, no?
That's the guy that narrated the opening. I am certain that's the same voice actor. Where'd you get all this stuff?
What you see here is the result of hard work, perseverance, and my genius idea of stealing the BBM storage key after I quit my job. Now, whatever happens, we have got their bloody equipment and they have not.
Nice. Anything that you communicate specifically?
Words of encouragement, valiant speeches straight from Arthur's mouth, and near constant reminders of what the gentry has taken from us. Or, as the layman calls it, propaganda.
Oh, nice to see we can have a propaganda at that.
Help, yes. Any assistance is much appreciated. You see, one of my duties is to keep in contact with all of the fractured factions in this great nation of ours. Partly to offer assistance, and partly to stop them from getting any bright ideas about assisting the other side. I've been in conversation with a strange tribe based in Brickton, and they are not happy with how these devious Tommies have been treating them.
I'm aware of that.
I, for one, can't stand to see oppression, especially when the oppressed have agreed to oust the Tommies in favor of Camelot protection.
Anything strange about this tribe?
They don't like anything made after 1922, for one. They believe the Great War was a sign from the spirits that we should all return to living in huts. I believe any man, woman or child should be free to live life as they desire, even if that means wiping their asses with sticks and stones.
Okay, fair enough. And they don't like the Tommies, why?
As expected of the gentry's foot soldiers, the Tommies see the tribe's quirky and strange beliefs as signs of savagery. Take their town's name, for example. Instead of referring to it as Brickton, the way the tribes have taken to calling it, the Tommies insist on referring to it as Brixton. They believe the Tommies are there to civilize them. I believe this is our chance to show the Tommies what civilization truly means.
Interesting. So now we get to push the Tommies out.
I can see now why you caught Arthur's keen eye. I want you to go to Brickton and find Roach, the tribe's leader. He is a strange man, but you must treat him with utmost respect. He has a plan on how to push the Tommies away, help him return to me, and then perhaps you'll find yourself within Camelot's highest ranks.
Interesting. Alright, wish me luck.
Servant of Camelot.
London is the place for me.
Yeah, that is definitely the same guy who did the voice in the narration at the start. Which is neat. I think that's fun. Okay, so we've got to go back to Brickton. Which is interesting, because we went there as part of the whole petition thing, if you remember. Just because. And we've dealt with this guy. Who's running around wearing little more than a loincloth. Well, let's go say hi to him again.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful.
You have no fucking clue, love. Past, present, and future. Trust me. Hello, I'm back.
I humbly welcome you back to the land of Brickton. I had a feeling our fates would align once again. Mother Earth told me so. But I do wish our paths crossed once more under a kinder moon. for this one is littered with cunning and secrecy. Now, me and my fellow tribesmen have come up with 3 simple tasks that'll agitate the Tommies and push them out of our land without the need for violence. First, you shall poison their ration supplies with these laxatives.
Nice.
Then, you shall destroy the generator that's powering their turrets. And finally, you'll spread rumours about the man leading this battalion, the dreadful Lieutenant Doyle. Fulfill these 3 tasks, and soon Camelot will have an ally in Brigton.
Okay. Yeah, why your tribe want to ally with Camelot?
We are not invested in Arthur's dream of a united London, writhing under his benevolent thumb. We simply wish to be left alone. And unfortunately, the only one willing to grant us that wish was Arthur. Fear makes companions of us all.
I mean, it's a good a reason as any. Fight with me to push out the people oppressing you, and then I'll back the fuck off. Assuming they honor the deal, of course. Yeah, where'd you come from, like, originally?
Like you, I come from the canyon. And I shall return to it once my days are over. But I know that's not what you want to know. The truth is, I don't remember who I was before I became Roach.
Didn't I already ask him
I
this?
wanted a clean start. So I erased my memory through a mix of hallucinogenics and minor head wounds. And I'd do it again, if I remembered the recipe.
Yeah, I think I asked him that last time he was here. Alright, time for me to go. Right, so fucking laxatives. Nice to see it's still got a bit of... Do you fucking mind? Get out of my way. Get out of the way. Ugh, honest to God. Right, so my exact quests are... Start rumors about Lieutenant Doyle, shut down the generators, poison the ration supply. Don't I have to find some laxatives first?
There's nothing like the sound of nature during a lazy afternoon. Oh, how I wish we could stay like this forever.
Okay, well, I don't know who we need to start this rumor with. It can be anybody or what. It has to be with a specific person. But we've got 3 quest markers, so I'm going to assume 3 things to do. I get the feeling this is probably going to backfire. I'm fairly certain I'm very much about to make an enemy of the Tommies.
I wish I could meet the Queen.
Laxatives from their medical facility. Where is that, if I may inquire?
Gracious Queen, long live our noble Queen.
Medical facility. Oh, hello. Detected? Detected by what? Okay, hidden.
I hope no one's watching.
There's a lock control panel, the switch must be behind there. The key is probably somewhere nearby. Alright, key. Might be in here somewhere. Or might be in the pocket of a Tommy. More likely to be in the pocket of a Tommy, let's be honest.
Mind the gap and all that.
Nope. Whoop. You can usually look just don't touch. Nothing. Okay. So someone somewhere has a key for that generator. We've got to find it. Where is it likely to be? You think it'd be on the pocket of one of the people on guard. If it's not, fine. Could be on the pocket of one of the higher ups. Also an option.
We won't go quietly. You can count on that.
Nope. Hidden. As long as you're hidden, we're fine. Key could be in here somewhere. It's more likely to be one of the officers in that little tent area.
You'd have to be insane to take on the Tommies.
Stop running around like a cock.
Charming. Nope.
A little too close for comfort, mate.
Nope. Okay, where would there be a key? There's gotta be one somewhere. It could just be out on the side.
Britannia, Britannia,
where did you come from?
Waves. Britons never, never, never shall be slaves.
There are people over here too. Oh, hello. Aha. Nope. Nothing there. Hello. Nope. Okay, we've also got. So what's some of that key?
Private Care, sir. Oh, sorry. Thought you were Lieutenant Doyle for a moment. How can I help you?
Okay. Yeah, why are you here?
We're here to protect the people of Brixton from internal and external threats, whatever those may be.
You scared of Lieutenant Doyle?
Scared? Me? No, not at all. I have absolutely nothing to say about Lieutenant Doyle. I mean, yes, I don't quite enjoy his methods, and the way he constantly doles out surprise inspections whenever he feels like it. But it is not my place to comment on these things.
Interesting. Got a secret to tell you.
Really? What is it?
Soldiers have to eat rations or heat bangers and mash. Private security for Roach. Huh.
I don't believe that. We've spent months cursing these people under our breaths. Now we're going to live like them. Then again, Doyle would do anything for a strategic victory, even if it meant making us abandon our lives to stay in Brixton. Forever. Thank you for sharing, but I need to tell my mates about this.
Nice. It was a bit of a punt about who or which of those ones would end up being more believable. Glad I picked the right option. Hello. A bloody map marker down there somewhere. Apparently I managed to miss it. I'll have to get that later. I've got to focus on this for now. Okay, now we just need to find the key for that generator.
Got business here?
Maybe. I mean, this is where the generator fuel is, right? Someone's got to have the key for it somewhere. Key is probably somewhere nearby. Where? Because like in here would be a reasonable place to hide a key. But I don't see. I mean, I'm not 100% sure what the fuck I'm even looking for in terms of a key. It could look like anything. But I mean, I'd imagine I'm looking for something that, you know, looks like a fucking key. The question... Not like on a wall or something here. Problem is, depending on who worked on this quest, they may have a perchance for hiding keys in extremely obscure locations.
You lost.
Sort of. Where would they hide a key? Is this bad rad water? Yep. Yeah, thank you. Key. Where the fudge would there be a key? Where would they hide a... I'm genuinely trying to think, like, where would they hide a key? Oh. Found it. You've really got... I'm glad they put the cute Thulu on there, otherwise I probably would never have clocked that. You need to turn around the other way, please.
Oh God, my stomach hurts.
Okay, before I go back there, I want to get that last map marker on the map. I didn't realize I'd missed one. I thought I'd got them all. Oh, there's two. How the fuck did I miss these? Then again, I wasn't using a map for reference, so... They're just off so far off the beaten path I missed them, then that's how I missed them. This is another Fesco. Okay, sorry, this I've got to check out. Hidden bunker, expert locked. I really hope this isn't going to be a reference to Lost. There's definitely an enemy. One of them at least.
Area not secure. Repeat. Standing down.
Legendary, huh? That's not good. Excuse me, please.
Scanner's clear.
Oh dear. More things to waste ammo on. Aha! Yet another triumph for Kira the Adventurer!
Alright. Ooh. Ballistic weapons do 5% crit damage. I would say no.
Adversaries. Comrade.
Interesting.
Scanners detecting sentient life. Alert level elevated.
So you need expert lockpick to get into this chunk, but there's nothing here, save for just a little bit of stuff. And then you need master lock to get through here. Annoying. Okay, oh for fuck's sake. Yeah, this I find annoying. Like, there is a reason why the Vault-Tec one always takes up the full screen. What if you've got bad fucking eyesight? Worthiness. Not exactly. Nope. Nope. R. N. Bingo.
Come, companion. Victory awaits.
Hold still. Stop running away. Oh, hello.
You are facing an assault.
Thank you. Why don't legendary robots blow up? I remember literally at the last second there. I think I'll do a rat away in a stim pack. Actually, do we have any? Okay. Good enough. Nice. Wait, are you still ticking? Ooh. All right, what do we got? Mutant Slayers. Well, I'll take it, but I'm probably not going to use it. Hello. Wait, Wombles are goats? Didn't think they were. So what is this? BIMO terminal. BIMO? Hello? Huh. Don't know. Weird. Maybe this is connected to like a quest or something. Would make sense. Oh well. I only came in here because I was like, ooh, secret bunker. Could be interesting. But it wasn't. Not really. Okay. So we'll net that other map marker. Look like a pond symbol kind of thing. But we'll do that when we get back from the break because it's 5 o'clock. So yeah, back in a minute, guys. And we're back. Hi. Was not expecting to run into some radgers. Alright. I don't even know if we can get over to that. Actually, looking at it. I mean, it seems close, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it is. Oh, no, that's interesting. Because that means... it implies that it's actually connected to Croydon somehow? The kicker is, though, looking at that, there is no connection. It's here, right? Whatever this thing is, it's here, right? But there's no way through there due to an invisible barrier. Like, I literally just cannot go through there. Which is interesting, because I don't think there'd be another way up there. And I'm just like, well, how the fuck do we get there then? Because, yeah, this is... Huh, hang on. I don't know, maybe we can get there from Croydon, but I don't think so. It feels like it's completely set off. It may be that it's just... it was going to be a thing and they cut it from the game? Well, because look, it's here on the map here, but... did I just not fucking notice? Definitely close. We've got Apollo House. Because, I'm trying to remember now, Apollo House, was this? Yeah. This was the upper place, wasn't it? Yeah, because, like, Apollo House... yeah, Apollo House was the place where we came through the station, and we're on, like, the upper section here. But again, there's no way through. I don't remember there being a back entrance or exit in Apollo House. Did we go in here? I think we did. It's probably regenerated his enemies at this point. Yeah, I remember this. It's got like 4 floors. Doesn't look like the enemies have regenerated, at least. That's something, but... Yeah, that's weird. It's just like a place I can't quite get to at the moment. Might be something for later on in like a quest or something. I don't know. But it does definitely feel like it's separate. Doesn't it? Looking at the main map. So, okay, we'll just ignore that for now. Now, I don't know if doing what I've just done is actually going to kick out the Tommies. It might. Or it might be just be wishful thinking on what's-his-name's part, Roach's. But we shall see.
The earth trembles at your mighty footsteps.
Does it? So, about your tasks.
Great work begun.
Well, accomplished all 3.
I've seen the fruits of your labour. Tommy's whispering rumours in between hurried trips to the loo and feeble attempts to fix their machines. For our next step, we're going after Major Sneed, a man who craves the city's crippling comforts, which is my way of saying that whenever he's here, he's always on the edge of giving up. Soon he'll be arriving in Brickton for his annual checkup, an affair he dreads with every passing winter. Through your handiwork, we're going to give him the little push he needs. First, you will spread anti-Sneed graffiti around his beloved outpost. Then, you will set fire to a pile of precious cow manure and create a foul smell over Brickton. And, finally, you will spread rumours about our dear Major.
Okay, then.
Farewell. Good luck. Tread lightly.
Another 3 tasks.
How I wish we could stay like this forever.
We got one over here, apparently. Ah, is this the cow manure? Oh, that's a problem. Thank you. Of course there were blowflies there. Why wouldn't there be blowflies there? Smash! Okay, that's one. So we've got to spread graffiti around the place. We might need to get some paint cans or something. Which I'm fairly certain I did see some. I don't remember exactly where, but I know I saw some. Need some spray paint.
You'd have to be insane to take on the Tommies.
Yes. Detected? You gotta love how the stealth mechanic works in this game. It's so busted. I mean, the problem is stealth in games is generally very hard because stealth in the real world is weird. We gotta go to her again, spread even more bloody rumors. We have, haven't we? She's like the gossip. It's great. Oh, God.
You're back. I told all of my mates at the barracks about you. We knew there was something strange about Doyle.
Why are you here?
We're here to protect the people of Brixton from
Right.
internal and...
Yeah, what do you think about Major Sneed?
Scared? Absolutely not. My feelings about Sneed are all positive. I don't like his attitude, though. Every time he comes to survey us, he complains about the sorry state of Brixton. That's not our fault. Brixton.
You said Brixton twice. Secret.
Well, go on then. Tell me.
Okay, I think what she says there is a clue. She told me it was the most spineless potato in London. And I cut you off to leave in order to increase productivity. Bananas being liquidated as you're all too late. Yeah, cutting you off.
I'll leave. Who does he think he is? We need that time. They promised us they wouldn't cut our leave. Thank you for telling me the truth. Now it's my turn to go and share it.
I don't know if she'll believe anything you tell her or if I'm just getting lucky. I feel like I'm getting lucky.
We won't go quietly. You can count on that.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful.
Okay, well, that's another 3 tasks done.
The earth trembles at your mighty
Oh.
footsteps.
Oh, of course he's wearing a gas mask because of the smell.
Here goes your labours.
Well, as you can tell, I've definitely done one of them.
Yes, the fruits of your labour fill the air. Be it the sweet scent of manure, or even the sweeter sound of Sneedly insults. Laura, what's wrong?
It's Sneed. He's arrived at the gate and he's most unhappy.
Is that so? Wayfarer, go with Laura. See what you can learn and what we can use.
Okay, follow Laura.
Oh, how I wish we would stay like this forever.
All right, big guy, what you got?
A disappointment. That's what you all are. A total, humongous, brutal disappointment to Queen and country.
Yes, sir. My apologies, sir.
I assigned you here to civilize these savages and to teach them the ways of our society. And what do I find? One of you geniuses mixed in laxatives with your rations, and now the toilets are filled to the brim with dung.
Mind the gap and all that.
Your generators have been sabotaged under your very eyes, and now the entire outpost is without electricity. I've heard disrespectful soldiers whispering nasty words about your great Lieutenant Doyle. Some ruffian has plastered uncivil words about me upon the outpost's walls. Soldiers have been asking me about baseless rumors, the origin of which puzzles and annoys me. The entire outpost smells like cow shite no matter where you bloody are. And if that wasn't enough, now my precious wagon, filled with all of my necessities, is stuck on the path to this godforsaken place. That is why all of you are now on cleanup duty, and if I hear one word about it, I swear I'll send this entire outpost to the pits. Dismissed.
Sir. Yes, sir. You heard your superior officer. Move it, move it, move it!
Interesting.
You should tell Roach about this. I'll keep watch.
Okay, now we're going back. Guess what? Good news.
I've seen this wagon before. Needs mythical wagons filled to the brim with trinkets and gadgetry and the sort of oddities this is a golden opportunity indeed need to survive. Now if Sneed were to find out that all of his extravagances were stolen, he might shut down the outpost for good. Wayfarer, how would you like to play Robin Hood? Because I need you to perform a little highway robbery. Take this letter and this hat. It identifies you as the Brickton Shadow, a notorious yet fictional highwayman, certain to strike fear into Sneed's heart. I'll leave the rest up to you.
Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, who exactly is the Brixton Shadow? Oh, apparently we've got two of those. Oh, Brixton. Okay.
Only the Canyon's fiercest sentry, defender of her blessed land, a modern-day legend devised by yours truly.
Interesting.
Go forth, Shadow.
Well, I guess we better put the fucking hat on. Nope. I had a feeling that was going to take off the gas mask, but I only wear that more out of habit than anything else.
Strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful.
So where are we going exactly? Is there actually a way out in that direction? Or is that a dead end? He thinks that's a dead end and may have to go around, which is a little on the annoying side. So apparently we gotta hold it up, act like a bandit. I'm hoping we can do this purely by speech. But I guess we'll see.
Now, look alive, Goose. We can't have anyone rifling through the Major's belongings.
Looks like they're all on the cow. Well, hello. Guess what?
State your business is off limits, prepare to face the cold steel of justice.
For I am the Brickton Shadow.
The what?
Kira loved that. I needed a point of strength. Hang on. I think I can get that. Hang on. I'm sure I've got something in my inventory for a point of strength. There's something near the top. Bighorner steak. Sure, why not? 1 point of strength, that'll do it. No chance of addiction either.
State your business is off limits, prepare to face the cold steel of justice. The what?
I was gonna bash your faces in if you don't step off.
Oh, fucking hell. Run, Goose!
Oh, is that box? Ooh, wow, 500. Wow, that's actually pretty decent. Crackers. Ooh, crumpets. Ooh, crumpet would be nice right about now. Actually, I got pizza for dinner tonight, so I'm not going to complain that much. Kira, what are you doing? Look, I told you to have a mooch around. I didn't mean literally. Good, I'm glad I was able to pull that off. See, this is kind of my point about this game, is when this game's good, it's very good, but when it's bad, boy howdy, does it get annoying. where do I need to go down there? Oh, I've got to tell him. Should I take the hat off? I should probably take the hat off there. Because, you know, you don't want to confess to the person you just nicked stuff from that, hey, someone called the Shadow, ignore the hat, you know.
Who the devil are you? And why are you not marching up and down this outpost like I told you all to do?
I'm here to tell you the Brixton Shadow stole your wagon. They left this letter.
Brixton what? Give me that. My God, I knew it. These people are barbarians. Well, if they'd rather live in the filth and grime, so be it. I won't waste my time civilizing them no more. Lieutenant Doyle,
Mind the gap
come here at once.
Yes, sir.
I've had enough of this place. By the power invested in me, I am officially ordering the full and total abandonment of the godforsaken town of Brixton.
Thank God, sir. I'll be happy to never see this place ever again in my life.
You and me, Doyle. You and me. May these people rot in the rat-infested hell of their own creation.
Britannia rule the ways.
We'll leave that fellow Woodward here.
Britons never, never,
He's
never
basically native at this
shall
point
be
anyway.
slaves.
Now, let's get the hell out of here.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Well, I think we did it. Hooray! And everybody's leaving at speed. So who's Woodward and why? Is it you?
You should consider enlisting. We need people like you. I wish I could meet the Queen.
Well, they're all off. Talk about a quick retreat.
Mother Earth thanks you. I can think of no better reward for your work than my lucky finally over. Fashioned out bones harvested from the canyon herself, and it's all thanks to your best efforts. Not only as a charm, but a symbol, a representation of our enduring love for you, Wayfarer. Now go, and may the canyon watch you on your future endeavors.
Sweet. No complaints. So what? He gave me something. Is it a weapon? I don't think it was a weapon. What did he give me? Oh, Loach's lucky skull.
The Tommies are finally gone.
Sure. Well, there we go. That was that sorted out, I suppose. Goody goody gumdrops. I'm so happy, I guess. Okay. thinks it's a bit windy in here. So why can't I go up the stairs? Because there was a thing in front of me. Okay, yep, happens. Good news.
If it isn't a Brickton shadow. That's what the folks back in Brickton are calling you. I heard the news over an encrypted radio frequency.
Glad it was encrypted.
Good pay for good work. Just don't let it get to your head. And we have much work ahead of us. Hurry on back to Merlin and tell him to send the troops so they can occupy Brickton.
Occupy Brickton? What are you doing? Kira?
Patience is key, for the quest continues.
Oi, watch it. Look where you're going.
Huh. Well, okay. So, how come we're sending troops to occupy Brickton? Is it more so of a case of covering them until the war is over? Let's hope that's all it is.
Only one casualty. Excellent. Ah, poor phrasing. Tragic. Who was it?
Sergeant Brown, sir. Landmine.
A good man. An enthusiastic soldier. Was the outpost damaged in the attack?
Superficially, sir.
What's the combat readiness of the position?
Well, it's not an easy question to answer.
Well, it's all relative, isn't it, my young scout? My questions are easier than the bullets and blades that follow them. Hey?
Gawain thinks there's quite a lot of work to be done.
Knight Gawain. Respect the rank, Scout. So you're telling me the outpost has been stripped? Was hoping it'd be equipped. We're stretched thin.
Sergeant Pilly disagrees, of course.
Sergeant Pilly? Who on earth is that? Scout, we are fighting for our lives here. I need an objective analysis of the battlefield. Stop covering your ass in some vain attempt to make me happy. Have a clear and succinct report on my desk in the hour. Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
So, you're the one I have to thank for Brickton, hmm? Fine work you did. You must tell me about this shadow business one of these days. But for now, there are more pressing concerns. Your rank. Sergeant is no befitting title for one who takes out an outpost single-handedly. From this day forth, shall hold the rank of knight. May you honor it well in these coming endeavors.
Cool. Hey, and I get a level up out of it. Lovely. Alright, what are we doing next? I'm assuming there's a quest to follow on from this.
Hail, knight.
What was your life like before the Great War?
That's a broad question. I'm not one to reminisce. Not a good habit for people in my line of work. I was in the forces, commando unit. Had a few tours under my belt. Saw a lot. Learned a little. Not a period of my life I hold in high regard. Later, I became a government advisor on specific tactical implementation. Use of military assets. That sort of thing. A period of my life I hold in contempt. I can't help but feel responsible, in some small part, for the Great War. Look around you. I don't think we did very well on the remit of protecting the people of the United Kingdom. The ultimate hidden truth of the world is that it is something that we make, and could just as easily make differently.
Hmm. Alright.
Farewell.
So who do we talk to for my next quest? Because normally they start automatically. This one has not. Oh well, we got a perk. Let's use it. I'd almost be tempted to take that one, but at this point I don't see the the reason for it. Okay. Strong back would be a nice to have. Steady aim wouldn't be bad. I mean, steady aim's good. I do hip fire occasionally, but not as much. Don't need locksmith. Toughness is nice, but not great. Lead belly, life giver. At this point, life giver is not as useful. Chem resistant. I'd almost be tempted towards that one, but I don't think I need it at this point. Chemist, robotics expert, commando, sneak. No longer trigger 4-blade strike. That one actually might be quite nice, because that's traps, that's mine. Running doesn't affect stealth. I'd almost be tempted to start taking this up. You know what? Let's just do Bloody Mess, because more damage in general is always a good idea. Even if it's just bits. You know? Okay. Who the bloody hell do we need to talk to now? Because the last quest did not tell me who I needed to go and talk to. Egbert?
Hail, fellow. Well met. You don't happen to be in the ownership of any Mittenlurg eggs, do you?
Not
that
on
you
me,
probably
no.
care, but my butterfingers just dropped my last batch, and frankly, I'd rather pay someone for more than go get them again.
I don't at the moment, but I can get some for you.
You're a lifesaver. On my honor, I'll pay you more than they are worth for saving me the trip.
Okay. Well, it's something to do. Probably never, but it's nice to have the option. Hello. You got any info for me now, big guy?
Hail, knight.
Can you tell me about the factions of
I'll
London?
tell you
maybe?
what I know.
Fifth column, vagabonds, Isle of Dogs, gentry. Explain the fifth column to me.
Fascists. Plain and simple. We share a common enemy, but they are not our friends. They're a disease that must be rooted out.
Fair enough. Vagabonds?
Once upon a time, they were a serious force in London. And whilst that's not the case anymore, that doesn't mean they're not dangerous. A cornered animal will fight more desperately than one that is hunting.
Isle of Dogs?
When the gentry don't want to get their hands dirty, that's when they send in the dogs. Frankly, nasty bastards. Avoid them if you can. You've seen them by now, surely. The snooty bastards that own anything worth anything in this city. The sooner they're removed, the sooner London can thrive.
Fair enough.
They've earned their position through valor, bravery, and merit. Each and every one.
Ah. Okay.
Technically, yes. Though in reality, it was a merging of many like-minded groups. It was a necessary reaction to the gentry.
Fair enough. You got a past?
I was born in a village very far from here. Childbirth took my mother's life, and the scarcity that comes with isolation took my father's. I was 7 years old. The locals took care of me as best they could, but resources were tight. When a passing caravan came through the town, I snuck into one of the wagons. I still remember the look on the caravaner's face when he found me. Scared the shit out of him. He scared me too. I'd never seen a ghoul before. His name was William Knight. He took pity on me. He turned my fear into love and my despair into hope. He showed me how to fight, the safe roads to take, the books to read, the people to trust, and warned me about those you couldn't. He had a saying from one of his books that always stuck with me. The ultimate hidden truth of the world is that it is something that we make, and could just as easily make differently. A great man. Without him, I wouldn't be alive, let alone where I am today. He goes by a different name these days.
Does he now?
Farewell.
Is that you, Merlin, perhaps? Alright, someone somewhere is going to have a quest for me. I just don't know who. I feel like it should be him because, I mean, I was sent to see him, but...
Hail, Knight.
Could be what's his name up top, I guess.
No. I'm from a small coastal town in the west. Truth be told, there was a time where I'd do anything to avoid being in London. Who do you want to know about?
Let's hear your opinions, I guess.
Highly organized, highly motivated, well-trained, and ideologically committed. The one advantage we have over them is their lack of organic support. I wouldn't be confident in that remaining the case, especially if their propaganda techniques gain traction.
Okay, vagabonds.
A threat of yesterday had their hair cut by another outfit of criminals. Think of them like an old landmine. Something that should be disarmed, but easily avoided. London's preeminent criminal gang. About as dangerous as they come, but ultimately susceptible to the issues that plague such organizations. Greed, self-interest, dishonesty. The tactics to defeat criminals are tried and tested.
Fair enough.
The gentry are the complacent mass that we'll have to shift in order to meaningfully achieve anything in London.
Okay. You don't have anything for me either. Alright. Only one other person I can think to talk to, and that's what's his name sat up top. Percival, wasn't it? So let's go and speak to him. Other than that, I don't know who the hell I'm supposed to get my next quest from. Usually they auto-trigger, so... I'm hoping it hasn't broken. That'll be a fun experience if it has. Hello.
Hail, Knight.
Yeah, can I help?
As a matter of fact, yes it is. You seem to be a enterprising fellow. Someone who can crack open some heads at a moment's notice. That is a correct assessment, is it not?
I've killed people if that's what you mean.
Ah, getting straight to the point, I see. Hopefully, you won't have to get your hands too dirty with this task. One of my duties as Camelot's leader of communications is to handle outreach. Namely, posters and banners promoting our cause. Most people are smart enough to just leave our posters be, but not the fifth column. They keep covering up the posters we put up near their territory. Worst of all, they're covering them with children's drawings Fake drawings, yes, but fake children's drawings. Try explaining that to irate onlookers.
So we can't just cover up their drawings, huh?
Would that it was so simple. Alas, we don't have the necessary resources to engage in this cat-and-mouse game.
And we can't rip it up, because if they're kids' drawings, that's what people see as ripping them up.
Oh, what a splendid idea. Send several well-armed adults to destroy children's drawings. What a public relations coup.
You sure they're fake?
Because it's always the same drawings in the same places, down to each brushstroke. It's clearly the work of a machine. You might write these off as the rantings of a madman, but I know for a fact that the fifth column's head of propaganda is a protectron. Plain and simple.
So you want me to break the machine so they can't do it anymore?
I want you to head on down to the fifth column territory and put up this large banner. I designed it to be impossible to cover and extremely annoying. It stands to reason the fifth column will attempt to take it down, and once they do, you'll be there, ready to fend them and their troops off. You don't have to stand guard for the rest of time, just enough to send a message. Teach the column we're not to be trifled with, and I'll give you a customized stun baton, perfect for keeping their robotic head of propaganda away.
Okay. Yeah, how do you know it's a protectron?
You mean apart from the fact that every piece of propaganda they produce is nothing more than the regurgitated droppings from tyrants of the past? I have my sources.
Fair enough. So do I. Tomato is very nice.
I will be keeping an eye on you through the radio. Good luck.
I don't think this is a main quest. Propaganda. Look, I used that joke earlier, alright? You don't get to use it as well. So fuck off. I don't know if this is a main quest or what, but we've got it, so we may as well do it, even if it is a side gig. So where are we going? Fifth column are all the way up here, ain't they? Oh, Stepney Apartments. I've been there. Today, in fact. Gotta work out if we can get into the bloody building. I mean, I'm assuming we can somewhere. Either get into or get up. Oh, hello. Just pinged into existence, she did. Oh, hello. Bridge across. Is there a way up here? Ah. Had to be a way up somewhere.
What? I've got mates here.
Now we settle this.
I want my mummy. Die, Scott. Avenge me.
Are you doing all of the work for me, Kara? Because I'm alright with that, for the record. Where the hell did he go?
Now we get back to some decent, honest looting.
I didn't do anything. Kara did the lot because she was on the ground. That's fucking hilarious. Okay.
No point leaving anything behind.
That's great. Sorry, that's just really funny. Okay, I don't think, as I say, that was the next main quest, but it was a quest, so... I may have to look up what the next quest is, because it hasn't just given it to me. Like, it's supposed to be a quest line, not a quest join the dot, okay?
Their radios are buzzing with activity. Oh, I wish I could have seen their faces. All these tears over a measly banner. What a palaver. Couldn't have done it without you. And now, I know for a fact there were no bloody children involved after all. It was all them. Of course, I already knew that. But now everyone knows. And the satisfaction of being proven right is worth any hassle. Here, a stun baton I customize myself. If any robotic rabble-rousers try to get revenge on you, this ought to send them packing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to listen to some more of their complaining. How delightful.
Ooh.
Hail, knight. Farewell, fellow.
Okay, so I have no fucking clue who the hell I need to talk to for the next quest. I mean, a couple of other people I could consider. There's two possibilities. Either I've just got to find the person I need to speak to, or it was supposed to trigger and it hasn't. I may need to look this up. It's just a little bit broken. Not much, but just a little bit. So, yeah. But, still, it is pretty much 6 o'clock, so I do feel like this is a decent spot to leave off for today, because I think we've made actually decent progress. I mean, we've picked a side, a faction, which, yeah, fine. I think they're the best ones, question mark? But it's hard to say. As I said, it's like you learn so little about the other factions, and you can only really learn after you've joined up, so it's like, well, what's the point? Yeah, I won't keep repeating my rant too much. I mean, I'll probably mention it again when I get to the summary, when I finish the game, but we've chosen our side, and so we may as well keep going and commit, and we will see what I can find. I'll try and remember to look up what the bloody hell we've actually got to do next time, but obviously that'll be next time I play the game. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this, and I will see you all whenever I next see ya. Take care out there, everybody. Bye-bye.